Revenge is a dish best served eventually. Promising Young Woman was directed by Emerald Fennell, who was Elsa in The Danish Girl. Stars Carey Mulligan, Adam Brody, Jennifer Coolidge, Laverne Cox, Alison Brie, Bo Burnham, as well as many others, and focuses on Carey's character, Cassandra, Cassie for short, who is 30 years old, living with her parents. She had such a bright future ahead of her. She was in med school, but something happened where she dropped out, and now she's just kind of coasting through life. She has people that, want to help her, but she also doesn't, she feels directionless. She doesn't feel like her life has a whole lot of meaning. And also, she does something else when she's off work. She pretends to be drunk at clubs. Men take her to their place. They start to do stuff with her, but it turns out she's not drunk. She scolds them. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you take advantage of somebody that's drunk? Why would you do this? You think it's okay to do this with a woman? Oh, you think it's okay just to take advantage of somebody regardless of, what the consequences will be. And that's not right. Now, when I first saw this trailer, and I'm going to spoil here in a little bit, I'll wave my hands when I do spoilers, I thought we were going to get I Spit on Your Grave, Nurse. I thought we were going to get more straight horror. What we actually got was a whole lot of really good, story about how revenge can be all-consuming and how one particular event can fracture and affect a lot of lives, and some people move on, some people don't. And in the case of Cassie, Carey deserves a fucking Golden Globe nomination. This was really fucking terrific, and I did not expect this level of acting from this movie. I thought we were going to get something kind of basic, something maybe, a bit above what I saw in the trailer, and it was a bit mismarketed. It's $20 on Amazon, and it's well worth it, at least I thought. I had no problem plunking down the money. Had I been able to see this before the end of the year, I would have put this in my favorite movies of the year because it's really fucking terrific. It's a lot like Cruel Intentions, with a bit of the dark humor, and it does have a lot of really good dark humor. But it has a few twists and turns that, while familiar, are presented well, and it's acted so goddamn good. There's so much good acting in this and so much good writing. You just can't help but get invested in the characters. Everybody has a complex, feel about them, at least as far as why characters did what they did, why some moved on, why some didn't, why things are happening the way they are, and how the past can come back to bite you in the ass. And basically, at first, I thought the theme was going to be men are good, women, or men are bad, women are good. I thought we were going to go full on Black Christmas 2019. Thankfully, we didn't. And we got chapter breaks here, like, oh, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, this is what's happening. And eventually, it comes to pass that maybe Cassie and her idea of, doing this to guys and trying to, not atone, but, make people atone for stuff that happened, that affected her. Maybe this isn't the right way to go. But honestly, it takes a bit of a twist where I'm like, okay, this is where they're going with it. I like where they're going, and I like, okay, Cassie, I see her motivations. I see why she's doing this. I see why other people maybe felt like there wasn't anything they could do about the particular situation. But the way they pace it and the way they act it, and the ending in particular, is really goddamn phenomenal. They do a lot of really good shit here. The music choices, by the way, are fucking great. Two Becomes One. They managed to make me tolerate that Paris Hilton song. The one I'm talking about, if you've seen the movie. It's Stars or something or other. And it's hard to tolerate Paris Hilton in pretty much anything, but they managed to make me tolerate that. And then it also gives me a different perspective on Angel in the Morning, and you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. But everything about this movie is pretty much near perfect. I mean, even with the predictability about it, it has something where you think it's going to go one direction, and then it goes here, and then it suddenly takes you over here, but in a good way, and then it just sends you back over here. We're like, nope, we're going to go right back to the path, but maybe it won't end the way you think. Maybe it will. Who knows? If you see enough movies, you probably can guess where most of this stuff's going, but honestly, this is pretty fucking terrific, and it wraps up pretty goddamn nicely. And Carey Mulligan, fucking great. She was fucking great in this. She needs to get more roles, and I want to see Emerald get more directorial offers, because she showed the directing chops here. This was really goddamn good and fucking fucked up. It kind of reminded me actually a bit of Law Abiding Sis in a little bit. I mean, that's not much of a spoiler, but just as far as what somebody will go, what length somebody will go to basically get, the revenge that they want, to get the results that they want. So I'm going to get into spoilers right now, but do see this. It's well worth it. I mean, $20 on Amazon, absolutely worth it, and the acting is fucking phenomenal. Alison Brie continues to be a fucking revelation in any minor role, supporting role, whatever, any major role. she is always the best part of, like any big thing that she gets, but she adds so much any cast she's in. So anyway, I'm going to get into spoilers here. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, and go. Quick, 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 quick. Okay, so this whole thing. It turns out that Cassie had a friend, Nina, that was sexually assaulted by a doctor that is now really famous. And Cassie and Nina were in med school. Nina, after this, because she reported to the dean, and that just didn't, work because they had, you couldn't believe the woman. She was drunk or whatever, so they believed the guy, and that kind of ate at Nina, and eventually she died. And this ate at Cassie, hence why she's been doing the stuff of trying to get men, like make men atone for their stuff, and some pretty funny stuff, like with Adam Brody, the opening one, where it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What the hell is going on? There's really, really good stuff. She's got this book. She's got these tallies, like, all this info about the people she's going to get revenge on. And she gets this, she talks to Alison Brie's character, Madison, and eventually does something with her, which is really goddamn good because she's gonna, it's like, you knew what happened and you did nothing. She's like, well, there's nothing I could do about it. But then she kind of drugs her, and then this guy takes her to the hotel room right out of the bar, and he just watches her. He doesn't do anything, but she's freaked out because she's like, she's in a relationship, and she's in a really committed relationship with a great guy, and it turns out that nothing bad happened, and it was just a way to teach her a lesson. And then she gets the dean's daughter and pretends like she's going to go do a music video and leaves the girl at the diner for a bit and says, well, these guys will show up. But then she makes the dean think, oh, hey, she was in Nina's room. There's a bunch of guys that are going to do things to her. And she's even got her phone, and was just to get more information out of her. Really, really good shit. I mean, really good shit. And then during this, she also meets a guy named Ryan, who is a former, med school mate. And things are good. They have a relationship that kind of goes a little bit tits up at first because he sees her after she blows off a date trying to pick up a guy that she was going to basically do something with, basically exploit for being a piece of shit, trying to take her home when she wasn't drunk. She explains what happened, and they fall for each other. We get the Paris Hilton montage, which is pretty funny. And he meets the parents. Everything's good. Dad says, Nina was like a dar to us, but, we miss her, but God, we have missed you. We're so happy to see you happy. And then later Madison shows up and says, oh, by the way, there was a tape. So here's a tape. Don't ever fucking contact me again. She watches it. It turns out this guy she fell for, Ryan, was on it. So she basically breaks up with him, goes to this bachelor party because she finds out where this doctor, that basically ruined Nina's life was at. They're at a cabin, a remote cabin. No, Jason does not, intervene. More in the pity. And she dresses up as a stripper nurse. And unfortunately, that plan doesn't quite work out all that well. It turns out that she actually had to go to a fucking backup plan where Alfred Molina, in a very, minor supporting role, he was only in like 2 scenes. He was the lawyer that helped basically get Al off in the case and basically had to berate Nina. And he was consumed with guilt because he knew that, Nina was telling the truth, but he was paid a whole lot of money and she even had to forgive him. I mean, well, Cassie did. So then later, she had mailed this phone to the guy. So Cassie dies. She ends up getting killed by this guy, Al, even though she handcuffed him. He breaks one of the cuffs and manages to smother her with a pillow. So one of the guys gets rid of the body. They burn it, and everything seems good. They're at the wedding, and everything's all good. But then suddenly, what the hell's going on? The wedding's done. There's sirens in the distance. What's happening? Somebody found the body. What happened is she mailed the phone to the lawyer and said, just in case anything happens to me, if I disappear, schedule this text message to go out, this video message. Everybody needs to know about it. And since Ryan was on it, his life got exposed. And everybody got exposed. And Angel of the Morning is playing, and it's so fucking good. It's such a satisfying fucking ending. It's as satisfying as a Cruel Intentions ending. It's so fucking good, though. Everybody gets arrested. Ryan's at the wedding. Everybody gets exposed, and it's fucking phenomenal. The scheduled messages that get sent out along with the video. Oh, you didn't think this was over, did you? Love Cassie and Nina, winky face, and that's it. And it was really fucking good. And I gotta applaud it because it was so fucking good. A. Absolute A. It was goddamn great. A great revenge flick. It Sure, it treads familiar ground, but the acting was great and it was so well paced. I gotta say A. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.